guys, Steve again. Just want to talk to you today about different coincidences that happen in our daily lives. I don't know what all happens to you guys. Have you ever been watching, a movie or something, and you were just previously thinking about something, and now the commercial comes on, and it's exactly what you were thinking about? Or maybe you walk by a clock and you hadn't been by a clock in a couple hours or something, and you walk by and it's your birthday. So just different things like that. I do know though that I never really started seeing them until after I had cancer. They just went by, and were unrecognizable. So I had cancer back in July of 2016. Found the lump on July 1st, had surgery on the 11th, and was all clear by the 16th. So it was very quick and relatively painless. Didn't have to have chemo or radiation, so I was very lucky. But I was off from work for about a week and a half because of surgery and couldn't get around the greatest for a while. And then, when all that happened, I kind of had a little conversation with God. I was like, if this is it, then, that's fine. If I'm not going to make it through, I've had a good life. I've had experiences that most people only dream about doing. So, but I also told him, if I'm going to make it through this, then you're going to have to help me, because I know I can't do it on my own. So, and a lot of times we come out physically somewhat 100% again, but we still have some of that mental and emotional baggage from some of those things that happen in our lives. But I'm here now, 2.5 years cancer free right now, so I definitely can't complain. I was lucky and I was blessed, but sometimes I almost think that maybe I had cancer for a reason. Maybe it was to make me enjoy life more, to make me slow down and truly appreciate things a lot more. So some may ask, didn't that suck to have to go through all that and stuff? And, yeah, it did. But at the same time, if I had to do it all over again, I'd go through it again, because it's made me a better person. So, anyways, fast forward now. What I want to talk to you about, though, is what happened the other day. So we have a team call every Monday night, 9:25 p.m. and hopped on the call, said hi to our kind of host for the call, which was Shane that night, who's our double platinum out in Idaho, and said hi and let everybody else chime in. Then Shane started the call, and he introduced our guest speaker for the night, who was from Texas, and it was Keogh. And he started going on, his background, and then just gave us some nuggets for building the business and everything. And then he got off the call. We were done by probably 9:50 or so, and I got ready for bed, hopped in bed, and figured I'd take a quick look through Facebook and see what was going on through there, and just happened to notice something that one of the members on our team had posted to one of our group pages. And it was a video of a guy down in Texas by the name of Jason Crabtree, who builds really fancy custom homes for rich people, and he's also a platinum in our business. He went platinum last August when I was down in Fort Lauderdale for our national convention, so I had the pleasure of hearing his whole story back then. And I just happened to catch that post on Facebook though, and it was about him selling his $3.5 million custom home that he'd built. And it was kind of cool just hearing him speak again and going through all the details of how, he puts a lot of effort into building his homes and making sure every detail is perfect, and just well thought out and everything. But so I watched that video, and then I thought, I'm gonna go back and listen to his platinum speech again. So I pulled up our website and found his speech and listened to that. It's probably 30 to 45 minute, speech that I listened to him give. And so I was listening to that, and he talked about how he got into this business, and his wife was the one that got signed up, and her cousins called her and said, "Hey, do you want to go into business with me?" And she's like, "Well, yeah, sure. And do you want to go on trips and everything with us too?" And she's like, "Well, yeah, that sounds like a blast, So she signed up for the business. Well, her husband, Jason, comes home, and he's like, "Well, what are you so excited about?" She's like, "Well, I signed us up for a business. We're going into business with our cousins, or with my cousins." And he's like, "So what's the name of the business?" And she's like, "Well, I don't know." And he's like, "Well, how are we going to make money?" "Well, I'm not sure." "Well, what about these trips? How are we going to win these trips?" "Well, I'm not sure about that either." So he ended up calling up the husbands to the cousins and talking to them. And he's like, "So I hear that we're going into business with you guys." And the husbands are like, "Yeah." And he's like, "So what's the name of the business?" Guys are like, "I'm not sure." And he's like, "Well, is there anybody that knows what this business is all about and how we make money?" And the one guy's like, "Well, yeah, actually we can, I'll get you on the phone with a guy by the name of Keogh." And right when he said that, I kind of had tears in my eyes. I'm like, "God?" I'm like, "This isn't funny." I'm like, out of all the people he could have called on the phone to get more information about this business, you picked the one person that was our guest speaker for the night on our team call. And I sat there and I laid in bed and I just thought, that's pretty cool. And I didn't have to be on our team call the other night. I didn't have to look at Facebook because I should have been going to bed. I almost skimmed past the friends post on Facebook. I almost never watched the video. And then I should have been going to bed anyways because it was probably already 10:45 at night by the time I got done watching the video of him in his house. And then for some reason, something drove me to listen to his platinum speech again. And I don't know what it was. But then I go and listen to another 30 to 45 minute speech. And then out of all the people that Jason could have found out more info from, it was the person who was the guest speaker on our team call. So, I truly do believe God has a plan. He's got that path laid out already for us sometimes. It's just whether or not we want to go with his plan and go in the direction that he's trying to take us. Sometimes I stray from this business a little bit, and every time I do, I keep getting led back in little ways like this, but they're ways that I always notice. And whether it was the first time making it to convention right after cancer, or things like this, but every time I keep coming back. So I know he's got a hand in it. I know that he wants me to use this business to help other people like it's helped me. Whether it's saving money, making money, or the personal growth side of it. I know before this business, you would have never seen me making a video like this. So I've come a long ways. I've even come from, being in high school and having that class of 15 people and hating and not wanting to do a speech. And now I almost can't wait till the day when I stand on stage in front of like 10,000 people and I tell my story. So anyways, I would love to help you guys too. But I also would love to hear the different things that happen in your lives every day. So let me know. A lot of times we think we're by ourselves. That footprints in the sand picture comes to mind, where we think we're alone, but actually sometimes we're actually being carried through those hardships. So anyways, hope this brings value to your life, and let me know about some of the different things that happen in your lives. Thanks, guys.